I'm really excited about what Turner and Viacom and Fox have stood up with the OpenAD platform. For marketers, I think we're in an era where we have to work to connect in real time and to really deliver against an audience where there's a rich set of contextual signal, and around that we understand who we're talking to. At Bank of America, we like to say design for audiences and deliver to individuals. The best way to deliver those individuals is knowing precisely what their interests are at a given moment. The OpenAD platform allows us to make those connections against the single biggest momentary audience out there on a regular basis. That's that TV viewing audience. And so I applaud those three companies for standing it up. I hope others will join OpenAD. And so, as Bank of America goes into the upfronts this year, it's a very strong consideration about participation on the OpenAD platform. And so, if this is the final idea or it's an interim idea to the next step, it's the first major step I've seen companies take, and I applaud it. I applaud the inventiveness and the experimentation of it.
So Lou, there's a lot of conversation about the hygiene of the digital world, and there's been a lot of talk about Google recently, and we spoke to Bob Lidisi about their concerns as brands. What are your thoughts now about sort of brand safety and the issues that we've been struggling with here?
Yeah, brand safety is vitally important to Bank of America. You've got all of the components that you can imagine there, like reputational risk, but you also have another set of concerns, which is some of the content that's out there is promoted by companies that have some connection or in some way are promoting terrorism. And we just can't be in business with any company that is facilitating that. And it's not a 99.9% requirement, it's a 100% requirement. That's the regulatory nature of the banking industry. And so we have always had a very hard line on these issues. And so for us, nothing's new. I think the magnitude of the challenge that our friends at Google, who are a very important partner to us, have is daunting because of the sheer volume of content that's uploaded. That said, contractually, they need to guarantee 100% brand safety. So I think that they have a lot of engineering work to do, and I think that they're also going to need to wrestle with, are they a technology company, or do they have an editorial disposition in order to create that brand safety? And I think that's going to be a hard series of conversations with them.
And finally, Lou, the theme of this, the event is called Transformation. You have a lot of media agencies, a lot of creative agencies. If you were to see a transformation in the advertising world, what sort of changes would you want to see?
The biggest thing that the advertising world needs to change today is the way that we measure the value of interaction. We have legacy models dating back to the dawn of television that are really about an aggregate view of reach, frequency, and awareness, and some sort of probabilistic estimate that if I reach this many people this many times, I will drive my business. Those ideas are irrelevant today. We are in a deterministic world. We can determine on a one-to-one basis what's relevant for the individual, how to personalize it for him or her so that it really resonates with them, and really in an ongoing dialogue, we're all talking about personalization. Is the end game of personalization more important, more efficient transaction? No. It's now about a longer term relationship. It may be about lifetime value of the customer. It may be that we need to look at this over 5 or 6 quarters, or perhaps even 3 or 4 years to really see the full effect of the ROI of the interaction. But I don't believe that the measurement community has been able to keep a pace of the changes that are required in marketing. So marketers are experimenting and reinventing themselves. Agencies are really enabling that, and we're taking a very aggressive stance in how do we continue to make our message relevant, but then we're looking at the measurement systems of the past. Rashad Tabakawala has this amazing quote. He says that the containers of the future do not fit into those of the past. And he's talking about the marketing industry as a whole. If that's true, and I've never known Rashad to be wrong, we have a problem because we are using the containers of the past to measure media investment, and they no longer work.